Hello guys, how are you all? So I hope you all are fine, and I'm receiving many messages from you all that we have not started preparing yet for CSEET November 20 exams, and you guys have many confusion relating to the lectures, current affairs, study material, etc, etc. So I'll try to clear your doubts. So it's a request from my side to please follow the video timings, and also if you have any doubts, I would request you again to please DM me on Instagram, because many times I can't clear your doubts on YouTube. Okay, so you can simply just send me your audio on Instagram, or you can send me mail also. I'll mention my mail address in the description box. Okay, so now coming to the point, that is, many of you have not started preparing yet, and I receive messages that, ma'am, can we clear the CSEET in 3 months, in 2 months? So yes guys, you can clear the CSEET in 3 months. Okay, you guys still have time, that is 95 days approximately. Okay, because exam will be mostly in the month of November. Yes, and it will be mostly in first week of November or in the end week of November. Okay, so exam date is not out yet, so you can still start your preparation, and I would suggest you to take rest. Okay, and then start your preparation from 15 August. So if you will start preparation for CSEET from 15 August, then also you will be having 77 days, which is more than enough. Even if you will sit continuously for 45 days, then also you can clear the CSEET exams. Okay, 45 days is enough for CSEET preparation, and if you'll start preparation from 15 August, then you will be having 77 days. Okay, so you can prepare after 15 August. Okay, take rest and then decide. Okay, and so the next thing is study material. Okay, so many times I receive these messages, which books to refer for CSEET, is ICSI study material enough, and can we secure rank if we study from the ICSI study material, and can we clear CSEET if we just refer ICSI study material? So the answer to all this question is yes, ICSI study material is enough. You don't need to refer any book, and right now in market there is no such book available, and I would request you to please open the PDF. Okay, I'll give the link in the description. Please check out the chapters. Okay, and the language. I know the language of legal aptitude is difficult, but talking about other subjects, the study material is best. Okay, so you should refer ICSI study material and do not purchase any book. It's a request, do not purchase, because the students who have purchased the book, okay, right now they're finding the difficulty that the topics which are given in the ICSI study material, they are not finding that topics in the particular book which they have purchased. So it's a request to only stick to ICSI study material. Okay, now coming to next point, that is target any two subject, whichever you like. Okay, so why to target two subjects? Okay, the reason behind it is that you have to clear CSEET. Okay, and you should at least score 50%. Okay, and so if you are targeting that we will score 20 in each subject, so I'm sorry to say this, you won't clear the CSEET exam. So if you want to clear CSEET, you will have to target any two subjects, and you will have to try to score 35 plus or 40 plus marks in that subject. Okay, and now I would suggest you to start with an easy topic. Okay, if you are starting studying from 15 August or after that, then start with easy subjects. Okay, now I would not tell you which is easy subject, because what I might find easy, it is not necessarily it will be easy for you also, but according to me the easy subjects are business communication. Okay, and then business environment is very easy, and then talking about business economic is also easy, but you should start with business communication or business environment. Okay, or whichever subject you find easy. Then now the next point is, don't go sequence wise if you're starting any subject. Okay, so you should not go sequence wise. Do not start with the first or the second chapters, because if you'll see the business communication chapter 1 and chapter 2, it's the most lengthy chapter. Okay, and you should not go sequence wise, because you will end up getting bored. Okay, so I would suggest you to start with business communication chapter 4. Okay, and then talking about business environment, start with chapter 2. Then talking about business economics, start with chapter 2nd. Okay, it's not lengthy. Then current affairs, start with chapter 2 or chapter 3. Okay, and then legal aptitude, you should start with law of torts chapter. Okay, I don't remember the chapter number. Okay, so you should start with this topics. Okay, because it's short and very simple and very easy to understand, so you should not go sequence wise, because you will end up getting bored. Okay, so now the next question arises, how many hours to study? Okay, so as I'm aware that many of you are doing other courses simultaneously with CS, so I would suggest you to study only for 3 hours in the month of August. Even if you're gonna to prepare after 15 August, study only for 3 hours, okay? Then in the coming months, that is September and October, you should increase your study hours, because if you're gonna to start preparing, okay, so you can't study for more than 3 hours, because you won't get interest, you will feel bored, so you can't study for more than 3 hours. That's why even if you're going to prepare after 15 August, study only for 3 hours. Then in the coming months you should increase your study hours, okay, as per your convenience. Okay, and take the short breaks in between irrespective of the number of hours you are studying, because you are studying from the ebook, okay. So in order to avoid the back pain and headache, you should take the short breaks and keep yourself hydrated, okay. And the next thing is that do one subject in a day, because your exam is in the month of November, okay. And I receive many messages where students say that, ma'am, when we are studying 2 to 3 subjects in a day, we get confused, okay. So it's suggested to do only one subject in a day and try to complete one subject in 10 to 15 days. Do only one subject for 10 to 15 days, cover the whole syllabus of that subject, okay. Then start with a new subject, okay. And when you're starting with the new subject, the subject which you have completed, okay, you should revise the subject, okay. You should revise that subject when you are starting with the new subject, so that when you are starting with the new subject, the subject which you have completed, you are not forgetting the topics of it, okay. And the next thing is conceptual clarity, okay. Now in CSEET you can't mug up, okay. Even if you will try to mug up, you can't, okay. You don't have to learn the concept, you have to understand the concepts, okay. And the one thing is reading and the other thing is mere reading, okay. So here you have to do reading plus recalling, okay. You don't have to do the mere reading, okay. Now I'll take the example, okay. For example, I'm just hearing the songs, okay. I'm just hearing the songs, and the next thing is listening, okay. Listening means what? I'm feeling the songs, okay. I can understand the emotions of the songs, I can relate with the emotions of the songs, right? So here also you don't have to do mere reading, okay. You have to understand the concepts, okay. You should take time to understand the concepts, okay. Do not just go on reading the book, okay. You have to understand the concepts. And for recalling, okay, for recalling you can either do oral recalling, okay. You have to explain yourself concepts, okay. I have understood this, I have understood this, okay. Or either many students face problem in oral recalling, okay. So what you can do is you can write the concept whatever you have understood for 20 minutes, okay. That's also very easy to recall. Okay, so now the next point is lectures, okay. So many students ask me this, that ma'am, whether we should watch the lectures on the YouTube or whether we should purchase the lectures. So my opinion is that you don't need to watch any lecture, okay. And you don't need to purchase any lecture, because the ICSI study material is enough. You can do the self study also, okay. So there's no need to purchase any lectures or watch any lectures. And if you're watching lectures, okay, so guys, do not just go on watching the lectures. And if you're watching the lectures, then you have to read the module also, that is you have to read the ICSI study material also, okay. So you have to keep balance between the both, okay. But I would not suggest you to just go on watching the lectures and you're not reading the study material. That's not right, okay. If you're watching the lectures, then you should read the study material also. Okay, so now the next is current affairs and viva. So many students are scared about the current affairs and viva, so I would tell you guys, you don't need to be scared about it, because even if you'll cover ICSI study material, okay, and the topics given in the e-bulletin, okay, I would give you the link of e-bulletin, you can just refer the topics from that. So even if you'll cover the ICSI study material, okay, which is an important thing, you should cover the ICSI study material and the e-bulletin, then you should go on covering the other topics, okay. Then you should gain the knowledge about the country. But first thing is that you should cover the ICSI study material. And even if you cover the ICSI study material, okay, then also you can clear the current affairs very easily, okay. And the next thing is viva, okay. So many students are scared about the viva. So okay guys, for viva you don't need to be scared. Even if you're not proficient in English spoken or written, then also you can clear the viva, okay. Because in viva they're going to test your public speaking skills, listening skills, communication skills, etc, etc, okay. So in viva what exactly will happen is they will show you the recorded videos, okay. And accordingly you have to select the option, or also they can ask you to write essay, okay, write on any particular topic, etc, etc. So You don't need to be scared about Viva because Viva will be very easy. Okay, so don't be scared about Viva. Okay, now the next subject is logical reasoning. Okay, so this subject is new for you. Okay, and in this subject conceptual clarity is must. Okay, so you should not just do the important topics. Okay, you should cover each and every topic. You should not skip a line of study material, okay, for this subject. Okay, and if you're not able to gain this conceptual clarity from this subject, then you might face problem in CS executive. Okay, because the topics are somewhere connected. Okay, so I would suggest you to read the ICSI study material. Okay, and the next thing is that you should remember definitions. Okay, and you don't need to remember the section number, because in exam they're not going to ask you to quote the section number. Okay, they won't ask that, because in CS they don't give that much importance to section number. Okay, they give importance to your knowledge, to your conceptual clarity. Okay, so don't focus on the section number. Okay, instead focus on the conceptual clarity. Okay, and you should remember the terms like damnum sine injuria, injuria sine damnum, mens rea. Okay, so right now you won't understand. When you open the study material, these are given in the law of torts chapter. Okay, and then you should focus on the definitions, because in exams many definitions are asked. Like in Indian Contract Act, there are definitions about the bailment and pledge, agreement, offer, promise, consideration. For example, consideration. Okay, so consideration means what? Something in return. Okay, so it's as simple as that. So you should remember this. Okay, because in exam they ask definitions. Okay, and the one thing, okay, the one hint for remembering the definition is that you should highlight some keyword. Okay, some keyword. If it exams the keyword pop-ups, then you should remember, yeah, if the something in return comes on the screen, then the answer of this is consideration. Okay, so you should highlight the keywords. Okay, and the next point, which is the last point also, is reward yourself. Guys, you should reward yourself. Okay, suppose if I'm studying for 8 hours in a day, then you should reward yourself in the form of watching web series. Okay, because many students love web series, so you should watch one web series in a day. Okay, so you should reward yourself on completing topics. Okay, on completing your targets. Okay, because in this way you will feel motivated. Okay, and I hope I have cleared your confusion. If you have any confusion, then you can DM me on Instagram, and I would try to upload the videos in English. Okay, I cannot promise right now, but yeah, I would try to upload my videos in English. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye, take care.